There are manga which have some truly incredible art. Series like Berserk, Innocent, and Vagabond have all had such incredible art that their pages go beyond being just great manga art and become some of the greatest art pieces known to man. Insane levels of detail, beautiful rendering, great attention to details like anatomy, and strong expressions. These are aspects that great manga art excels at. But what about the opposite end of the spectrum? Manga art that is truly bad. No detail, scratchy line work, faces that point to fetal alcohol syndrome, anatomy that destroys characters' bodies. Ugly. These manga are ugly. Or are they? Well, you see, from the dawn of time, humans have been drawn to one thing, a trait that we all share: expressions. Whether it be sad faces, angry faces, happy faces, we respond to them, whether it be consciously or subconsciously. But this goes deeper. Your head finds expressions in other things as well. One of the strongest being lines. All art is made of lines, and different lines give us different feelings. So, how does ugly art utilize this? Let's start by looking at the Mob Psycho 100 webcomic. Usually the characters are drawn with very soft, curvy lines. This makes them look non-threatening and adds a comedic tone to what the viewer is watching. This makes the reader feel safe, as though they were sitting at home in a cozy blanket. So when the art style suddenly switches to having more lines that are jagged and scratchy, the viewer knows that things are about to get serious. But series like Jujutsu Kaisen do this as well. Jujutsu Kaisen starts off as the average anime plot, but over time becomes a torture device for the reader, and the art style reflects this. The clean art style at the start of the series shows that Yuji's life is still worth living. But as Yuji suffers enough to make someone want to end their life twice, the art style becomes more violent or quote-unquote ugly. Now, am I saying that this can't be achieved with a more conventional art style? No, of course not. The One Punch Man manga shows that you can achieve the same feeling with a quote-unquote better art style. But sometimes you don't want a better art style. You want an art style that captures your series' vibe. Vibes are probably the most important aspect of a series. Now, how do we define what makes a good vibe or a bad vibe? The thing is, there isn't really a definition for what makes a vibe quote-unquote good. However, in the case of manga, vibes do have to fit with the story being told, and a series which uses its art to create a vibe sticks out way more than its competition. Take something like Dorohedoro, where the art is intentionally full of scribbles and lots of lines. This creates a grimy atmosphere, which is just like the way the characters act. So, why does Mob Psycho 100 pass the vibe check? It's because it uses its art style to bring you into the setting. Mob Psycho isn't drawn like a professional series. It's drawn like the doodles on the side of your math homework, or the drawings you make your friends laugh. So in terms of vibes, it pulls you right into the series because its style matches the high school vibes of the story. But besides all of these things, there's one thing that's more important here. Let's look at Hajime Isayama. You might know him from the hit series Attack on Titan. Now, publishers did not like this guy's art, at least when he started making the series. They thought it was childish, rough, weightless. But there was an editor who saw his work and could feel him, quote, pour his heart and soul into it. This is the reason the series was published. Heart and soul. This is the most important part. This is the one common aspect between ugly manga and beautiful manga. Regardless of skill level, every exceptional series has heart and soul poured into its work. There are many series which have technically good art but lack the same soul that many ugly series have. That's why Mob Psycho 100, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen, and so many other series kept going. It's because their artists wanted to tell a story, and regardless of how developed their skills were, they were able to show their vision as authentically as possible. That's why their series aren't ugly. They are beautiful.